What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the OG family. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe to my channel only if you want to. But look, my beautiful people, we got this pet animals that ate their owners. Look, man, I don't know what pets y'all out here buying, but goddamn, I ain't buying them that's gonna eat me. You feel me? Like, let alone whoop my ass. Like, I gotta be able to put them paws on somebody. You feel me? Or bite your ass back. But look, let me know in the comments down below what weird animals or what regular animals that you currently have. And what type of dog. Like, me, I'm about to get a new dog. It's either, look, let me know which one I should get in the comments down below. Shiba Inu, look them up. Shiba Inu, I had that before, or French Bulldog. Which dog do you think I should get? But look, man, let's get into this video. Let's get this video right here to like, what, 3,000 likes. Y'all been killing it lately. I appreciate y'all.
From rabid dogs to hungry hogs, here are 10 animals that decided to eat their owners. Number 10, Cynthia Lee Gamble Tiger. Cynthia Lee Gamble's friends described her as fearless. Something that seems understandable considering she kept a 500-pound Bengal tiger in a cage in her home.
Oh, she got a tiger.
Minnesota. She was an animal expert and lover, having been involved in a number of movies and documentaries, and frequently raising, training, and filming wolves, wolverines, coyotes, and foxes. Apparently, she had kept tigers on her property for over a decade. So if anyone was experienced and aware of the dangers, then it would be her. Despite this, though, she was fatally mauled by one of her tigers in 2006 in what seemed...
I ain't thinking about the tiger, but I'm just looking at her. Look, it looked like she is like really struggling to read the script to like get this right. Like look, you know when somebody's struggling, she's struggling. I used to be that kid in class, used to have to read my paragraph before everybody else so my shit can be right. But she doing that right now.
Seemed like a tragic accident. Enclosures will typically have individual cages that are separated from a pass-through area by heavy drop doors. To enter, the tigers would be coaxed into their cage, the doors would be lowered, and it would be safe for a human to enter to clean or feed. When they found Cynthia's body, one of the doors remained dangerously opened, leaving her open to an attack from one of the tigers, which is ultimately what happened. It was a tragic end to a life of a celebrated wildlife enthusiast, but also a warning to those who get a little too complacent living with dangerous animals. Number 9, Kelly.
That gotta be terrifying to go out like that.
Most of the pets on this list seem like the kind of creatures that only the very brave or stupid would keep. But a 350-pound black bear seems like you're asking for trouble. Kelly Ann Walsh, a 37-year-old from Pennsylvania, learned the hard way in 2009 when she made a mistake and paid with her life. She and her husband were collectors of exotic pets when her husband worked as an exotic pet dealer. In 2007, they had reported that they kept a lion, a tiger, a black bear, oh my, jaguar, cougar, leopard, and 2 servals on site, which were supposedly kept in adequate enclosures. On the fateful day, Kellyanne had gone into the bear's 15 by 15 steel cage to clean it. Rather than moving the bear to another location, she simply...
What type of bear is that? First of all, that's not her bear looking like that. Ain't no bear looking like that. You're not gonna do this to me, like...
threw a shovel of dog food onto one side to distract it while she cleaned the other side. The bear, seeing a more tasty option, turned on her and began to maul her. Her kids saw what happened and called the neighbor to help, who shot the bear while it was still on top of her. It was too late though, and she died almost immediately. Oh my. Number 8, Charla Nash, the chimp. In 2009, Charla Nash visited her friend Sandra Harold. Within moments of arriving, she would be subjected to a horrific accident that would change her life forever. Harold had adopted a chimpanzee named Travis, who was well known after...
Hey, Travis looked like a lazy ass monkey, you feel me? And he looked like he up to no good. Like he just don't want to get up and work and pay no bills, none of that shit. Look at him sitting in there all entitled and shit. He looked like a monkey that's gonna fuck you up. You know what? We shouldn't be on monkeys and stuff.
After appearing in advertisements for Coca-Cola and Old Navy. Unfortunately, something about Charla's arrival agitated the normally well-behaved chimp, and he immediately jumped on her, started to bite and scratch and maul her. The injuries she sustained through what was described as a brutal, lengthy attack were severe. It had torn her eyes, her nose, her lips, her jaws, and severely injured her arm. The attack finally stopped when a sheriff arrived and shot the chimp. But Charla's ordeal had only just begun. Years of facial reconstruction surgery followed, and 8 years later, she still has to live in an assisted living home because of the difficulties she still experiences.
That shit crazy. Did y'all see her little arm and shit? Like, don't get the chimp, bro. Y'all better not tell me in the comments down below y'all own the chimp. It's only a matter of time before he got them put them paws on you.
People are used to dangerous animals in South Africa. In fact, it is where most of the private zoos in the United States source their prize exhibits from. But even this familiarity proved fatal for Marius Els in 2011 when his beloved pet hippopotamus turns its sights on him. Els had repeatedly been warned by friends and authorities that a creature could not be tamed. But he saw the hippopotamus as his son. He had cared for the animal since it was 5 months old and didn't believe that it could ever cause him any harm. He couldn't have been more wrong. By the time it was 5 years old, it weighed over a ton. And while no one knows why the hippo attacked its owner, it bit him to death. The former Army major's body was found submerged in the river with horrific wounds. The same river where the hippo had previously been rescued from during a flood. Unfortunately, he wouldn't have stood a chance against the attack. Els should have listened to the advice he was given. Despite looking cute, hippos are one of the most dangerous animals out there and responsible for more deaths each year than lions, elephants, leopards, buffalo, and rhinos combined. Number 6.
Hey, that's crazy. Yes, did y'all see the documentary on those hippos? They are insane. You feel me? They are worse than, bro. You got to be more terrified of those than gators and stuff like that. Like, who the hell is keeping up, bro? You know this is gonna happen to you. That's insane, bro. He got grown and he got in his ways. Now he got to take you out because he feel like you a threat.
Terry Vance.
That's crazy.
Hogs. It's something you might see in a gangster movie as a way to dispose bodies. But for one Oregon farmer, this vicious nature of hogs became all.
He didn't just get eaten by a big ass pig though. Like, no, he didn't. That's not the way I'm going out, G.
In September 2012, Terry Vance Garner went out to feed the hogs on his farm. The same way that he always did, but this time he didn't return. A family member went to investigate a few hours later and to their horror found his dentures and pieces of his body scattered around the pen, but most of Terry was gone, consumed by the herd. Apparently, Terry had been bitten by one of the pigs a few months earlier after accidentally stepping on a piglet. So, there has been some suggestions that it may have been an act of revenge. It is also possible that he had a medical emergency, like a heart attack, or simply been knocked over by one of the beasts before it began to devour him. Bacon, anyone?
That's not funny. Talking about bacon, anyone? Look, imagine you getting eaten by a goddamn pig. A pig got everything, bro. Like, and you sitting here like, damn, he eating me, bro. Like, what body parts you not? Look, man, that ain't even a good joke. I'm just gonna leave that alone. We're just gonna keep moving. Yeah, that's what's about to happen.
The pigs weighing up to 700 pounds, far larger than what is typically sold at markets. There wouldn't have been much the 69-year-old could have done once they began. There is no time for hamming around in a situation like that. Number 5.
Why the hell is she so happy about this, bro? She's so chipper about this video. This ain't that type of video, sweetie.
James Little Dog. A little known fact about canines in the wild is that they have a natural tendency to remove diseased flesh. It is something James Little, a 61-year-old from Oregon, probably wishes he would have known before he went to sleep one afternoon. You see, James was diabetic, and as the disease affects the extremities and makes them numb, it is thought that his pet, Shiba Inu,
My dog. My
He stood
dog.
this for a
He ain't
danger,
did nothing wrong.
And then proceeded to chew off 3 of his toes.
He ain't did nothing wrong.
He woke up and noticed his toes were missing, so he called the emergency services, was taken to a hospital, and was soon fine enough to return home. The dog, on the other hand, was not forgiven and put up for adoption straight away. Hardly surprising, considering James would otherwise have been scared to go to sleep.
Hey man, the dog was just trying to help, bro. Shiba Inus are very smart. They're just like people. He was like, look, my owner going through some shit. I'm about to help him out because these stupid doctors don't know what the hell to do with this, so I'm about to help him out real quick. Let me go ahead and eat your toes real quick.
For fear of what he'd wake up to find missing next.
That's what happened.
Whew, what a feat he's gonna have to overcome next. Number 4, Mark Vogel, spiders and more. Mark Vogel from Dortmund, Germany loved exotic animals, and he had a large collection of them around his home. From lizards and insects to spiders and snakes and termites, he had pretty much everything you wouldn't want to see in someone else's house, all in his tiny apartment. On a fateful day in 2004,
Black
Vogel's
Widow?
luck was up. His black widow spider called Bettina escaped, bit him, and he soon died. He was a loner, so no one noticed his absence for a while until a neighbor called to complain about a smell. Police broke in to investigate. Nothing, I mean nothing, could have prepared them for what they were to find. Vogel's pets were loose roaming around the apartment. His body lay on the floor covered in spider webs, with spiders crawling in and out of his nose and mouth. Huge tarantula webs hung in the corners of the room.
What in the fuck?
Filled with bits of flesh that had been torn from his body. Several thousand termites were feasting in the cavities within his chest, and poisonous frogs and snakes roamed free. Oh god. It is thought he...
Did she have to get into that much detail? Just say that the goddamn spider killed him, we can just move on. Like, that's extreme.
He had been dead for 2 weeks. And the reason why all this happened? There was an electrical surge in the heating elements in the cages, which exploded, releasing all of the animals. Number 3, Andre Lumboga, dogs. Dogs are great pets and have earned the name man's best friend for a reason. They are loyal and loving, but require all of their needs to be provided in exchange. Andre Lumboga from Indonesia failed to keep up with his side of the arrangement and suffered the consequences when he returned home from vacation in 2011. He had 9 dogs in total and forgot to leave them any food or water for 2 weeks while he was away.
You can't do
Neighbors
that.
in his hometown of Manado first became suspicious that something had gone wrong when they noticed his luggage had been left outside of his home for a few days after his return. Officers went to investigate. Upon approaching the property, they noticed a foul smell, and when the door was open, they realized what had happened. The dogs, starved and ravenous after 2 weeks without food, had turned on their owner and devoured him, as well as 2 of the other smaller dogs. They found his skull picked clean in the kitchen and the rest of his body in the front of his home. The dogs had also tried to attack the police officers who had to paralyze them in order to continue their investigations. The story of Andre Lumboga heeds as a warning to all pet owners. Look after your favorite friends, or the tables may turn on you.
Yeah.
Number 2, Janet Veal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Cats are also reliant on
God
their
damn.
owners, particularly if they are kept indoors all the time. So, when Janet Veal, a hermit from Ringwood, England, died from natural causes, her pets were left with no choice but to start picking away at their former owner. After realizing that she hadn't been seen in a while, and with letters spilling out of the mailbox, police were finally called to find out what happened. They were unable to enter through the front door, so they were forced to enter the property by using a ladder to get through an open window on the first floor. Inside, they found what they described as a distressing scene. In the kitchen and the living room were a number of dead cats and dogs. Looking around further, they found Janet Veal dead on the kitchen floor with injuries that were consistent with being chewed on by her cats. Rather than being killed by her animals, the coroners believed that she had died from heart problems, and the pets had no choice but to eat her in order to stay alive. Can someone please feed those cats right, meow? Number 1, Ronald Hoffman, monitor lizard. The top spot on our list goes to Ronald Hoffman from Delaware, who in 2002 was found dead in his apartment by police officers, surrounded by 7 Nile monitor lizards that were feeding on his lifeless corpse. Monitor lizards are wonderful creatures, but not exactly ideal for keeping as pets.
No.
They grow to about 6 feet long, and their saliva is filled with bacteria that can prove fatal to human beings.
Like, why would you want that as a pet in the first place? That's crazy. We all know what monitor lizards can do to us. They got nasty ass mouths and stuff too, and you want that to be your pet. Look, man, some of these people be asking for it, I'm telling you.
The county coroner was unable to determine whether the 42-year-old had died from natural causes or by an attack from his pets. It's thought more likely that it was from natural causes, though, with the lizards having no choice but to start eating him in an attempt to survive. By the time the police had found him, his body had suffered a considerable amount of damage, especially to his face. But
why is she smiling?
All the lizards seem to be in good health. Which story scared you?
Look, hey man, I think that she might be this girl right here might be a serial killer though. Like, she was smiling too much about a lot of the stuff that was going on, man. Like, did y'all pick up on that? Like, I feel the vibe, man. I feel funny when she talking the whole time. She reading off this script, and I know it's partly just because, you know what I'm saying, her reading skills is just like ain't there. But you feel me? Like, but I just feel like it's something deeper than that. Like, I'm concerned about her. I'm concerned, man. Like, I don't know. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this video right here, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Let me know what y'all want to see. I'm still gonna get my Shiba Inu back, and I'm gonna get a French Bulldog at the same time, so I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. But I'll see y'all in the next video. I love y'all. Hopefully y'all having a wonderful day, and like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. See you in the next video, and I'm out though. Loud.
She think I'm a flex on her when I roll up. From the toes up. When it comes to my drip, it's different. Get the bricks, flip it. When it comes to my wrist, wicked.